What's happening, everybody? Back at it for another video. How you all doing? How y'all doing, man? So, as always, just get done recording a channeled message from the Divine Council of Nine. And this time, I don't really recall exactly what they said or like the point they were trying to drive home, but that's okay because, I remember bits and pieces of it. And I'm just going to mention a couple housekeeping things on the agenda that if you haven't already, join us on the newsletter, subscribe, go to www.darenandluna.com, scroll to the bottom, put your email address in, get added to the list as we just have been sending out the new newsletter with the calendar for March. So if you want to be in the know as to when we're going live on different platforms, when we're bringing forward activations, when we're doing Kundalini activation groups, definitely subscribe to our newsletter at darenandluna.com. And you'll be able to be in the know as to what events we're going to be doing and where we'll be. And if you feel called to follow us on this journey. Also, you can most definitely join us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com, put in Daren and Luna. You'll find us there, and you can join our membership community, which is growing and is powerful and impactful. And we're building a beautiful, like-minded community. And yeah, it's just amazing. And there's so much content on there for you to go back and activations and light language activations and on just all kinds of content that is just as good, whether it was live or you watch it on the replay. Either way, it's just as activating as it was when it was live. Um, Also, join us on all social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. I think I covered all of them. TikTok, at Daren and Luna. We have tons and tons of content, activations, channeled messages, wisdom. There's something there that you will find that is for you. So, with that being said, again, as I said, join us on this adventure on just remembering who you are, why you're here, and what you came here to do. It's going to be a interesting adventure 2025. I mean, granted, we're just beginning March, and it's already been very intense and interesting depending on where you are on your journey. So it's definitely important to have a community that you can come to and talk with, and and just build community with. And I really enjoy that aspect of the whole entire journey and the New Earth School and what we're creating and building together, Luna and myself and many other people that we are in fact co-creating with. So with that being said, man, March has just begun, and energies are definitely accelerating, amplifying, intensifying. Again, it all depends on the lens and the perception and perspective you choose to look through as to what's unfolding and what's happening and how it's happening. And um, it's just such a beautiful time to be alive. And I say this over and over and over again: be in a physical human body, to be able to do the things we're able to do in this human form, that I can just not even think about it and just lift my hand and go like this and use it as a gesture. You know, I just am in awe, pure awe, all the time as to how magnificent the human experience actually is. And the fact that we are really truly coming back to oneness, unity consciousness, um, togetherness, um, community. I think I said that, but maybe not. Um, Loving one another, loving ourselves, trusting the process, trusting what's unfolding, trusting the unknown, trusting the universe, and trusting ourselves. That we're being guided every step of the way, that we're being led every single step of the way. Um, Let me just say that my father transitioned. He passed away in 2022, and I communicate with him all the time. And one of the biggest things that he communicates is this life goes by like the blink of an eye. And it can't be any more true than that. Um, to be in the here and now, to be in the present moment, to be focused on what's happening right here, right now. When you decide to watch this video, whether it be on the premiere, whether it be on one of the social media platforms, are you actually watching and listening to this video? Or are you watching and listening to it, but yet your mind is in another place? Your mind is, what's for dinner? What am I doing in work, in my job the next day? What am I doing with these relationships? Like, is your mind all over the place, or are you actually right here, right now with this video, taking it all in, allowing for integration of the activations and codes from the channel message, from this message, because there's always activations and codes that you will, in fact, receive. Are you just ready to receive? Are you here and now? Or are you somewhere else? Are you in the past? Are you in the future? Are you playing some old story out in your head? Or are you here and now? And again, it takes discipline and willpower to, practice being in the present moment, practice being here and now, as we have been so used to and conditioned to being in the future and the past all the time. So now it's going to take a little bit of time for you to practice being right here, right now. When every time your mind drifts away, drifts into the future, drifts into the past, use different tools to bring yourself back, to the here and now. The more and more you do that, the more and more present you will find yourself being. Um, because the only thing that in fact matters is right here, right now, in this moment, in this present moment. Nothing else matters. It's only a story. It's the past that doesn't exist any longer. It's the future that hasn't happened yet, even though they're all simultaneously happening. It's very easy to entangle in some story and be in that story of maybe some confrontation you had with someone earlier in the week. And you keep on playing it like a record in your mind. Oh, I could have done this. I could have done that. You're missing out on the present moment. You're missing out on right here and right now. And there's nothing like being in the present moment all the time, living your life from the present moment. And it is, in fact, possible, because I am an advocate to sit here and tell you that I'm on the other side of it, that I ruminated in the future and the past. I lived in the future and the past. When I was in the past, I had depression. When I was in the future, I had anxiety. And I never once was in a conversation or an interaction that I was present with. I was always thinking about somewhere else I could be, something else I could be doing. Um, just never ever right here, right now. And it's taken me some time to continue to reinforce the present moment, reinforce being right here, right now. And so grateful and so thankful that that was something that I chose, and I chose to make sure that it was something I wanted bad enough, because I was at a point where I was finally like, no, like I can't do this anymore. Like enough is enough. And I finally put my foot down and chose to do what I needed to do to be present, to be here and now with you all on this call, not drifting off to somewhere else. So, with that being said, man, I'll give you one tip, one tool that I use regularly, which is the breath. And you see it right here on my sweatshirt. The breath, breathe. Um, just the moment you, or even not the moment you drift off, because I highly recommend you do it all the time. You just continue to, no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter who you're talking with, focus on your breath. Focusing on your breath going in and out. Even not forcefully breathing in and out, but just your normal breath going in and out. Just focus on it. Pay attention to it. And if you need to, place your hand on your chest, just like this, and focus on the hand on your chest, rising and falling. The more and more you can do that, and I would practice when you're not in such a heightened state, so that when you are in that heightened state, it won't be as difficult. And you're retraining your mind to be right here and right now. Because again, we've been trained from childhood that think about the future, think about like you need to pack all this money away for like your retirement. You're always thinking about like when you're going to retire and what you're going to do when you get off work at the end of the week or at the end of the day. You're not present with your job, with your relationships, with your daily grind or your daily movement of whatever you're doing. Even you could be watching a television show and completely somewhere else, zoning out somewhere else. I always literally was daydreaming. Nothing wrong with daydreaming, but I was daydreaming about literally no matter if I was sitting there watching a TV show, I wasn't present with the TV show. I was daydreaming as to what I could be doing or what I'm going to be doing 2 months from now when I go on this amazing trip. So I can tell you right now, I have never been more at peace and more calm and more still than ever before, than being in the present moment, than being here and now. Um, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way. I've had and been on both sides of the fence. I've had both contrasts, and the contrast I want is the present moment, is right here, right now, with my breath, breathing, focusing on the breath, focusing on my heart, um, and present with every interaction and relationship and whatever I'm doing on a daily basis. Then thinking about what I could be doing or what should I be doing or um, so yeah, mindfulness is so important and so vital. And yes, I worked very hard on getting to this place once I figured out that that was the key factor that I needed. And I never stopped since, and I probably never will. In fact, I will not, because it is the most and biggest gift to being here on this planet. You actually walk around and truly smell the roses. I love you all. If you haven't already, follow us on all social media platforms at Daren and Luna. Go to our website, join our Patreon, join one of our events. We have multiple events this month in March on Eventbrite. So you can go to darenandluna.com/links. Scroll till you see join Kundalini Activation. We have multiple events this month on Eventbrite. Get your tickets before they sell out. I promise you, when you start seeing the testimonials from all the people that have joined, you're going to be wishing you had a ticket. So they very much will sell out very quickly. I love you all. Join us on Patreon. Join us on one of the Kundalini Activations groups. Join us on social media when we go live. Join us. Oh, excuse me. Join us. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Take care of yourselves and each other. From my heart to yours, I'll see you in the next live, the next video, somewhere around the world. Let's go.